A community is connections. We're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. Go to allofiber.com/ACP to learn more.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
FM 98.1.
It's time for high school sports on your home of the Dogs, KOOQ FM 98.1 and AM 1410. Today's game brought to you in part by Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC. Dave's Place on East 4th and North Platte, CT Troubleshooters, The Shelter Insurance Boys, Premier Toyota, and Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course. Today's game also brought to you in part by Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy and Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment, Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Lincoln, Nissan, the D&N Event Center, Larry's RV, Mid-Plains Community College, and Larry's Glass. And watch today's game live via your smart device or smart TV, brought to you by Allo Fiber. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Hey everybody, I'm back. It's me, Paxton. I know I can't believe it. You missed me, I missed you. It's time for some softball action here from the La Vista City Park. It is some North Platte High School Bulldogs varsity softball district competition here today on a beautiful Wednesday as the Bulldogs look to get on the run that they have been posing towards the end of the season, continuing that on here into district tournament play to make it towards state, as is the ultimate goal. Though they'll be facing a opponent that they have already seen this season in Papillion La Vista South. And when I mean seen this season, I mean we got to go all the way back, turn the clocks back to the very beginning of this season when North Platte High School took on Papillion La Vista South on the road and fell to Papillion La Vista South and the Titans 9-2. And from that point on, these two teams have become separate and different teams from their original teams that we, of course, saw at the beginning of this season. Bulldogs coming into today's contest the complete opposite in terms of record-wise to Papillion La Vista South, 11-17 for the Bulldogs compared to 17-11 for the side of Papillion La Vista South. Here on the Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. We're here at the District A3 tournament. Bulldogs coming in as the 3 seed compared to the number 2 seed. That is, of course, Papillion La Vista South. Loser will play immediately at the conclusion of this game, the loser's bracket, while the winner will wait until game number 4, game number 4, where they will be taking on the loser of game number 1 on the other side. We'll dump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting a lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Hey, plus they also have available the ice cream trailer for all your outdoor events. So we'll start on the side of Papillion La Vista South and the Titans. Emerson Warwick, the center fielder, who will be leading off here with Kinsley Stover, left fielder in the 2-hole. Alexa Epley catching today. She's in the 3-hole with Toria Rother, the third baseman in the 4-hole. Baylor Gregory at second base in the 5-hole. Haley Anderson in right field in the 6-hole hitter. Selene Gregory at first base in the 7-hole. Isabel Rodriguez, shortstop. She is in the center field position with Tyler Hokie, the DH in the 9-hole. And then Hannah Wins as the pitcher. She is the flex for today. As we'll now get on to your North Platte High School Bulldogs, as we'll have Sienna McIntyre leading off here for the side of North Platte High School. She'll be pitching in today's game with Jaylee Comer in center field. She'll be the 2-hole hitter. Macy Freeze in shortstop. She's a 3-hole hitter. Skylar Bedlin at first base. She's the 4-hole hitter. Brooklyn Dybert once again at second base. She's the 5-hole hitter with Elise Moreno at third base. Sometimes see her in left field. She'll be the starting third baseman for today's game. Bella Gerard out in left field. She is the 7-hole hitter. Heaven Hutchinson once again catching for North Platte High School with Ella Harmon in right field for the side of North Platte High School. It's going to be a fun game for today between North Platte High School and Papillion La Vista South, as the Titans again top North Platte High School to start this softball season. And it'd be quite poetic if, North Platte comes back here a whole season later, well, a whole full softball season here later, and will upset them to then move on to the next round of the District A3 tournament. Of course, the winner will be moving on to the 4 o'clock game on field number 2 here if you are at the La Vista City Park. A loser will immediately then have to go to the next field over for that next game. So if the Bulldogs do lose, give me some time. I'll have to deconstruct everything and then move it across the field, so that might take me some time. So hopefully I can do it in plenty of time. But again, the 17-11 Papillion La Vista Titans taking on, of course, North Platte High School, who sits at 11-17. As it is now time for the national anthem when we come back here at FM 98.1 AM 1410 and video live streaming sponsored by Allen Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
This is the Bulldog pregame show from FM 98.1 and
always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo. So don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park is North Platte High School. It takes on Papillion La Vista South and the Titans here in the 2-3 matchup for the A3 District Tournament in girls softball. Of course, North Platte High School girls golf makes the trip to state after finishing third in their district just on a Monday. Can North Platte High School do the same in terms of their softball team? They got themselves a little bit of a challenge here, facing an opponent they've already seen this year in Papillion La Vista South. Of course, the Titans picked up the first victory for the season as they won 9-2. Can North Platte do the opposite and pick up the victory here and move on to the next round? Again, winner will go to play for the 4 o'clock game, while the loser will go to the next field over for the 2 o'clock game. As first up to bat here for North Platte High School, Sienna McIntyre. We're going to see a little bit of a lineup change compared to how the season normally goes for the Bulldogs. Be interesting to see how this little late change in the lineup from the normal instance can get them going. As on the mound, Hannah Winans for the side of the Titans. That first pitch is high upstairs. Ball number 1 is McIntyre on the mound, pitching today as well as hitting as always. Facing off against the freshman Hannah Winans. The pitch swung on and missed by McIntyre for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. to Sienna McIntyre with nobody on, nobody out here in this top. The first inning. That next one falls in. Strike number 2 quickly. A 1-2 count now. With McIntyre behind. Hannah Winans start this first inning off. The 1-2 pitch. Just a bit outside there. It's now 2-2 the count. It's McIntyre. Of course, on the mound once again for North Platte High School to start A3 district off. The 2-2. Once more, high upstairs. There's ball 3. It's already 3-2 the count now into Sienna McIntyre. As Winans will get the okay. Here comes that 3-2 pitch. It's high and upstairs. Ball 4 after getting into a nice position for Hannah Winans. She's going to walk Sienna McIntyre to start this ball game off. And here comes Jaylee Comer in a perfect position as we're going to have a courtesy runner coming on for North Platte High School. It's going to be Emma Shannon who will be running now for North Platte. As Jaylee Comer now up to, well, would say normally swing, but Comer more known for putting down some cheeky bunts that have really gotten the Bulldogs in prime position to score all season. She's done a fantastic job, and if you had to say one thing about Jaylee Comer and the way she's been playing this season, not only is she a stalwart out in center field, but she has put down some of the cheekiest of bunts you've seen all year, and they have been put in perfect position just out of the reach of anybody. And it's gotten 2 runners on for North Platte in many situations as Winans' first pitch is pulled back on it from side of Comer for strike number 1. Currently an 0-1 count. And to Jaylee Comer. Macy Freeze on deck with Skylar Bedlin in the hole for North Platte High School. Again, tied 0-0 here in this top of the first inning. Emma Shannon on over at first, courtesy running for Sienna McIntyre. The 0-1. Pulled back once again, and it's in there. Strike number 2. A quick 0-2 count to Jaylee Comer. As Hannah Winans looking to find her first strikeout here in today's ball game. The 0-2 pitch to Comer. Swung on and missed, and there's out number 1 as down goes Comer swinging. So 1 down here in this top of the first inning. Shannon still on over at first base with Macy Freeze now up to bat. First off, want to wish a happy birthday, though, to Ella Harmon. It's her birthday today. As here comes Macy Freeze, again with Shannon on over at first base for North Platte High School. That pitch is a bit too far inside. There's ball number 1 to Freeze. It's 1-0 the count now. Runner on the base pad at first, Shannon. 1 out here, top of the first inning of the A3 district tournament between North Platte High School and Papillion La Vista South. The 2 and the 3 seed, that one skied up into center field, getting up under it is Warwick, and she'll get there to glove it for out number 2. Good strong contact from the side of Macy Freeze, but drifts a little to the right, but not deep enough as there is the second out of this inning. And with that, Shannon will still stay on at first base to now bring up Skylar Bedlin to bat. 11 total pitches already for Hannah Winans. And with that, Bedlin now with 2 down, loving to potentially advance. Emma Shannon at first. That pitch is in there. Strike number 1 to Skylar Bedlin, playing first base today. Wind pushing from left field to right field at a pretty consistent pace, probably 10 miles per hour, as that skied straight up and behind me for strike number 2 on a foul ball from Skylar Bedlin. As it's a quick 0-2 count to Bedlin. Get on deck. Brooklyn Dibert and Elise Moreno in the hole, but here comes the 0-2. Just a bit outside, and there's ball number 1 of this at-bat. Field was pretty murky here today as rains all across the state of Nebraska really put the softball grounds crews to work as a lot of the quick dry on the field right now. 1-2 the count to Bedlin. That one drifting towards left field, getting under it. Stover, she'll get there and glove it for out number 3. The Bulldogs did get 1 runner at first with a walk, but couldn't get anything done the rest of the way. We're now moving to the bottom of the first inning. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
The kids off. I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park as North Platte High School currently tied with Papillion, La Vista South, and the Titans to start off this ball game. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Nothing is the score as up to pitch once again. Sienna McIntyre for North Platte High School having a spectacular season, a below 1 whip as well as a below 2.5 ERA. Will be facing off, taking off Emerson Warwick here for the side of Papillion La Vista South. McIntyre looking to do the same thing as Hannah Winans on the other side. Shut out the Titans. Start this ball game out as her first pitch into Warwick is right in there. Strike number 1, of course. Sienna McIntyre many times this season has been so close to breaking the strikeout record at North Platte High School. Of course, that was set last year by Tatum Montalongo with 14 strikeouts. She hit those 14 strikeouts twice as that one will get into left field for a base hit off of Warwick. And with that, one runner on for Papillion La Vista South and their first hit of today's game. They'll have a runner at first. So now bring up Kinsley Stover to bat for the side of the Titans with a runner at first being Warwick. Again, Sienna McIntyre back in 2 games, not back-to-back, but 2 games this season almost broke the strikeout record, had 14 against McCook and had one earlier this season as well. As her first pitch into Stover, drilled into center field, getting under it is Comer. She gets there and gloves it for out number 1 right to the warning tracks. Good contact from Stover as Comer was there to glove it. And there's out number 1 here in this bottom of the first inning. So Alexa Epley now up to bat for the side of Papillion La Vista South, and the Titans is Elise Moreno as well as Skylar Bedlin playing a little far into the infield, expecting a bunt potentially from Epley to move Emerson Warwick up a base patch. She's currently at first base with 1 down here in this bottom of the first inning as McIntyre will deliver. That one's just going to be a bit too close inside there. Ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Epley. Victoria Rother on deck with Baylor Gregory in the hole to the side of the Titans. McIntyre will get the sign from Heaven Hutchinson and now deliver the 1-0 pitch. That one once more, this time going to be outside for ball number 2. 2-0 the count now to Epley. Our timeouts, of course, brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As the 2-0 coming in for McIntyre, swung on and fouled behind me for strike number 1. It's 2-1 the count now. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game. Another round / Rivers Edge Golf Course. And after your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks, as well as Dave's Place, pizza and wings. You'll find out more on 1510 East 4th Street. 2-1 the count now to Epley as McIntyre fires. Well, one down low in the dirt and going on over to second base. Emerson Warwick as it just squirted a little bit away from Heaven Hutchinson. And with that passed up ball, Warwick will make her way on over to second. Now in scoring position, a 3-1 count now to Alexa Epley. McIntyre will get the sign and look to get back into a better rhythm. 3-1 Oh, that one's tight inside, almost hitting Epley in the foot, and with that, ball 4, and that's a walk. Epley on over to first. There's now 2 runners on for Papillion La Vista South. Emerson Warwick, and we'll now have a courtesy runner for the Titans as coming in.
Running for the Titans, number 14, Emerson Exner.
And it's Emerson Exner now coming into courtesy run for Papillion La Vista South. As up to bat now, Toria Rother for the side of Papillion La Vista South. 2 runners on the base pads already. 1 out, though, here in this bottom of the first inning. Tied 0-0 in the 8-3 district first game for North Platte High School. 17-11, the record for the Titans compared to 11-17 for North Platte High School. The 2 and the 3 seed facing off here in action. As that pitch too close inside once again from McIntyre. Ball number 1. 1-0, the count to Rother now with Baylor Gregory on deck and Haley Anderson in the hole. And the pitch, 1-0. Too tight inside once again. It's now 2-0 the count to Rother. As an uncharacteristic start for Sienna McIntyre early in this ball game. 6 balls compared to 4 strikes. As the 2-0, that one smashed up into the sky and drifting foul along the first base side, and it will drift out of play for strike number 1. It's 2-1 the count now to Rother. As normally, Sienna McIntyre gets off to some hot starts and continues that momentum. Very good in terms of her ball placement in the zone, but so far struggling a little bit as it's 2-1 now. Make that 3-1 as that's below the knees to Toria Rother. And McIntyre looking to avoid loading the bases here in this bottom of the first inning with 1 out. The 3-1 slowly grounded down the third base side, but foul. Strike number 2. It's now back to a full count, 3-2 for the Titans. On the offensive side with 1 down here in this bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs didn't record a hit in their first inning of play. Did get a walk, but couldn't progress any further than that. It's 3-2 the count now with 2 runners on and 1 down. The pitch. Oh, it's low once again, and with that, Rother is going to take the stroll on over to first. And the bases are now loaded for Baylor Gregory.
Now
up to bat.
Baylor Gregory.
Again, runners at every single base pad. Warwick at third, Exeter at second, and then Rother at first as it's now Gregory with a chance to put Papillion La Vista South up already in this bottom of the first inning as she check swings, but that pitch is in there from McIntyre. Strike. It's going to be strike number 1. 0-1 the count now with the bases loaded. 1 down here in this bottom of the first inning. McIntyre fires. That one down in the dirt. Get a little bit away from Heaven Hutchinson, but not too far. As it's now 1-1 the count now. To Gregory. Bases loaded once again. Bottom of the first inning. Tied 0-0 with the Titans threatening to score. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. Drilled on out to right field. Getting up underneath it is Ella Harmon. Tagging up at third comes Warwick. The throw home will not be in time as 1 run will come across on the sacrifice flyout. And with that, it is a 1-0 in favor of Papillion La Vista South and the Titans.
Number 4, Haley Anderson.
As it's Haley Anderson now up to bat. As we'll have 2 runners still on the base pads for the side of the Titans with Anderson again up to bat for Papillion La Vista South. Already a 1-0 lead. As that one swung on and missed the throw. Woe was going to try to get over to second as Rother successfully will steal second base. So strike number 1 to Anderson. Runners at second and third for the Titans. They already have a 1-0 lead against North Platte as McIntyre fires that next pitch. Bit outside. And with that, 1-1 the count now to Haley Anderson. Selene Gregory on deck with Isabel Rodriguez in the hole for Papillion La Vista South as McIntyre will now fire the 1-1 pitch. That one drilled back behind the grandstands for second strike of this at-bat. 1-2 the count now. McIntyre finally starting to get a little bit into some rhythm now with it, even though she did give up one run on the sacrifice fly, and now looking a lot more confident and in better control with the pitches. It's 1-2 the count now with 2 down. 2 runners on at second and third for the Titans. That payoff 1-2 pitch. Way too high outside. It's ball number 2 to Haley Anderson. As the wind still gusting from left to right, from left field to right. It's 2-2 the count now. As McIntyre gets back into the circle and now delivers the 2-2 pitch. High once more. There's ball number 3 to Anderson. It's 3-2 the count now after getting up in a good position. 1-2 now has got it all the way back to a full count. 3-2 to Anderson with 2 runners on. Here comes that 3-2 pitch. Oh, just again a little too high, and with that, ball 4 and the bases are loaded once again for Papillion La Vista. For Papillion La Vista South, as Sloan Gregory now comes up to bat. Again, runners at every base pass. Second time this ball game that Papillion La Vista South has loaded the bases. They got 1 run across earlier this inning as that pitch is too high. Ball number 1 to Sloan Gregory. Rodriguez on deck with Tyler Hokey in the hole for the Titans. Again, bases loaded. A 1-0 count as McIntyre delivers. That once again too high as to pull Heaven Hutchinson from her catching position. It's now 2-0 the count. As McIntyre will get the sign from Hutchinson and deliver and look for a first strike as that once more is too high. Ball 3, that's 3 balls now and no strikes into Sloan Gregory. Titans already leading 1-0 here in this bottom of the first inning. Good bounce back though as that finds its way into the zone for strike number 1. It's 3-1 the count now from Sienna McIntyre to Sloan Gregory. Bases loaded once again, bottom of this first inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Papillion La Vista South. As that's once more going to be just outside, and that's going to walk a run home. As it's now 2-0 in favor of Papillion La Vista South with Isabel Rodriguez up to bat. As now here comes out head coach Leah O'Donnell Greeno to talk with McIntyre to calm her down. Is not the start she was looking for in today's game, as McIntyre normally very, very strong out of the gates. Loves to, what's the word I'm trying to use here? Loves to get out to this quick start so that he can kind of get into the heads of the batters. But so far, McIntyre, a little bit of the jitters here in the District 8-3 tournament, as already at 28 pitches, 17 balls, and 11 strikes. And that's kind of the number that's out of the ordinary for McIntyre. Is the amount of balls she's thrown already here in this bottom of the first inning. Normally a well-controlled pitcher that has done a fantastic job of the pitch placement and finding the zone pretty easily, but so far today struggling to find some good control and placement. So far it's led to 2 runs for the Titans here in this bottom of the first inning. 2 runs on 1 hit, no error for Papillion La Vista South. No runs, no hits, no errors for North Platte High School. As now up to bat Isabel Rodriguez for the side of the Titans. That first pitch from McIntyre right into the zone for strike number 1. And normally when Coach Greeno comes to have a talk with McIntyre, she gets instantly, it's crazy, she gets instantly refocused back in and absolutely turns everything around on a dime as that one's fouled off from Rodriguez. Strike number 2, it's 0-2 the count now as McIntyre in a favorable position looking for her first strikeout. of today's ball game for McIntyre. Again, 2-0 the lead for Papillion La Vista South. Bases once again loaded as McIntyre delivers. Fouled back behind the grandstand, so we'll still stay at an 0-2 count with the bases loaded. Bottom of the first inning. And really, so far, all the production that's come for the Titans has been from the walks. As only recorded one hit so far. The 0-2 pitch. Well, that's down low in the dirt. Ball number 1. It's 1-2 the count now. And of course, just like me this morning, the Bulldogs got up nice and early for their journey here to Papillion. Left at 5:45 as here's the 1-2. Slowly grounded on over to Macy. Threes the throw on over to second to Dybert. And that is how this inning will come to an end. Not before 2 runs did come across for the Titans. They lead this ball game 2-0. We come back here to La Vista City Park here FM 98.1 AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Allen Communications and NorthPlatePost.com.
Larry's Glass is better known and has over 40 years of experience in glass replacement and installation. Whether you need a new window for your home, storefront, or vehicle, they have the expertise to get the job done. Larry's team of skilled professionals use the highest quality materials and techniques to ensure your satisfaction. Larry's takes pride in delivering outstanding service with affordable pricing and are on the Better Business Bureau honor roll. Trust Larry's Glass to take care of your glass needs, and you'll appreciate the difference that over 40 years of experience can make.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Field with the North Platte High School Bulldogs here at the 8-3 district tournament, currently trailing Papillion La Vista South, the number 2 seed in this 8-3 district. 2-0, 2 runs on 1 hit. No error for the Titans, no runs, no hits, no errors for North Platte High School as Brooklyn Dybert is up to bat for North Platte High. Again, our timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as well as Sand Hill State Bank, the most committed brand of banking, with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, Juanita, Bassett, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. Again, 2-0 the lead for Papillion La Vista South over North Platte High School. Dybert up to bat for the first time today. Saw a ball. She drives that into center field. It's going back to the wall, and it's out of here for a home run. Brooklyn Dybert off of Hannah Winans into straight center field. Absolute moonshot for the second baseman, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. As North Platte High School cuts into this lead, it's 2-1 following the home run from Brooklyn Dybert. And that is the momentum that North Platte needed off of the freshman Hannah Winans, who in that first inning looked in complete control of this North Platte lineup, and Dybert absolutely crushing one in left center. And with that, it's now a 2-1 lead for Papillion La Vista South, with Elise Moreno now up to bat for North Platte. As that's high ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. Moreno again at third base. Bella Gerard on deck with Heaven Hutchinson in the hole for North Platte High School. As Winans delivers another 1-0, that's just a smidge outside. And with that, it's now 2-0 the count to Elise Moreno. As Winans will get the sign and look at her wrist for the pitch, and Moreno back into the box. Here comes the 2-0 now. Correction to 1-2. For Elise Moreno up to bat. As Winans will deliver that 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as that one was high upstairs. As there's out number 1 of this top of the second inning. As Moreno goes down swinging, and here comes Bella Gerard up to bat.
Now up, number 23.
North Platte High School. Hutchinson on deck with the birthday girl, Ella Harmon, in the hole for North Platte versus the freshman Hannah Winans. As that first pitch into Gerard is just going to be a bit outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count now to Gerard. Currently 2-1 the lead for Papillion La Vista South as North Platte answered this inning with a Brooklyn Dibert solo home run. That pitch from Winage a bit outside once again. That's 2-0 the count now to Bella Gerard. As get a little lull in the action for Winans to get the sign. The 2-0 pitch. Once more upstairs. There's ball 3. It's 3-0 the count now as the infield will come and have a talk, specifically Baylor Gregory to talk with the young pitcher Hannah Winans again after getting rocked by Brooklyn Dibert earlier this inning. Now staring down the barrel of a walk to Bella Gerard. The 3-0 pitch. That's high, ball 4, and with that, Gerard's going to make her way on over to first. As I think we'll have a courtesy runner come on for North Platte High School. I believe the runner who will be taking over at first base for Bella Gerard, courtesy running, is going to be number 26, J.C. Lear for North Platte High, as Gerard draws a beautiful 4-pitch walk. As now up to bat comes Heaven Hutchinson for North Platte High School, in a great position to not only advance the runner who is at first being Lear, but also get on and put some more pressure on this Titan squad. After giving up a run already in this inning, Bulldogs looking rejuvenated. First pitch into one. Heaven Hutchinson is there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Winans pitching here for the Titans will deliver her 0-1. Check swing, and they're going to say that she went around. Heaven Hutchinson did as she slipped on the dirt. Went for the check swing, and in doing so slipped a little bit and went around. So with that, strike number 2, it's 0-2 the count now to the catcher Hutchinson. Lear at first for the Bulldogs. 0-2. Swing and a miss for Heaven Hutchinson as she goes down swinging. And there's out number 2 of this inning for the Bulldogs on the offensive side is the birthday girl. Ella Harmon now comes up to bat. 2 down here in this top of the second inning. J.C. Lear at first for North Platte High School. They got a run back. Now trailing the Titans by 1 run, 2-1. As the first pitch into one, Ella Harmon is laid down for a bunt, and she makes her way on over to first. A beautiful bunt being laid down by Ella Harmon, and with that, 2 runners are now on for North Platte High School. As here comes Sienna McIntyre up to bat for North Platte High. Of course, McIntyre walked in her first plate appearance for the Bulldogs. Now has 2 runners in scoring position with Lear at second and then Harmon on over at first base. That's first pitch into McIntyre is lightly chipped. It will fall into center field for the base hit. They're going to be waving on home J.C. Lear, but they'll stop it, and she'll make her way back on over to third. Titans went for the cutoff throw to third as Lear was maybe going to test it, but here comes Jaylee Comer and the Bulldogs. Now with the bases loaded, as here comes Emma Shannon up to courtesy run for North Platte High School. As Jaylee Comer now in a prime position to score a run as Lear's at third. Harmon's on over at second, and now Emma Shannon at first. Bases loaded for North Platte High School here against Hannah Winans, who this inning got rocked early by Brooklyn Dibert on a solo home run. Has looked shaky ever since. That pitch is low and away. Ball number 1 to Comer. On deck, Macy Freeze and Skylar Bedlin in the hole. The Bulldogs would love to have Macy Freeze come up to bat. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. It'll find its way in for strike number one. It's a 1-1 count now to the center fielder, Jaylee Comer. She struck out swinging in her first plate appearance for North Platte High School in the top of the first inning. As Winans delivers the 1-1. That one gonna go out in the center field, back, and it'll get to the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Here comes Emma Shannon, but they'll stop her at third. How about it? Jaylee Comer yet again coming up huge for North Platte with a double to center field. With that, 2 runs come across, and the Bulldogs now lead this 3-2. As they'll have 2 runners on for the Bulldogs, as we might have a pitching change. And it would be maybe the end for Hannah Winans. And it will be the end for the pitcher, Hannah Winans, as she'll go down here in this top of the second inning as she gives up 3 runs this inning. And Jaylee Comer comes up huge with a double into center field over Emerson Warwick, as it'll be now Kaylee Fuller up to pitch for Papillion La Vista South. Of course, we've all talked about how Jaylee Comer this season has been superb when it comes to laying down butts, but people kind of forget that she has the bat as well when needed to, and she got all of it, hitting it all the way out into center field over the head of Emerson Warwick. And with that, 2 runs came across, as it'll now be 2 runners in scoring position for North Platte High School. Emma Shannon at third and Jaylee Comer at second. And it couldn't have been any worse for the Titans, because now here comes Macy Freeze, statistically the best batter in the lineup for North Platte High School, hitting about .340 average this season. And it also comes into time where they'll have a fresh pitcher, Haley Fuller. And for somebody who probably didn't get much warm-up action, a dangerous spot for the Titans is once again the Bulldogs could bring both runners home, and this game can get out of control early on here. As North Platte, after giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, have come back alive here in this top of the second, leading 3-2. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, compared to 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors for the side of Papillion La Vista South. As the Bulldogs now in prime position to put even more runs up with 2 runners in scoring position at second and third for Macy Freeze. Freeze flew out to Emerson Warwick in center field in her first at-bat, as that pitch from Fuller is in there. Strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now to the shortstop with 2 down here in this top of the second inning. What a great bounce back for North Platte High School. Still showing the drive as the 0-1 is turned on into center field. 1 run will come home. Here comes Jaylee Comer. And just like that, another 2 runs come across for North Platte High School. It is 5-2. What a great single from Macy Freeze, once again coming up clutch for the Bulldogs. And it's 5-2 here in this top of the second inning, with Skylar Bedlin now up to bat for North Platte. Flew out in her first plate appearance to Kinsley Stover in deep left field, and another opportunity to get another base runner on the pads for North Platte High School, with, again, Macy Freeze on over at first as Bedlin fouls that one off for strike number 1. 5-2 the lead here for the Bulldogs in this top of the second inning. As Fuller now get the sign and Bedlin steps back into the batter's box, here comes the 0-1 count to Skylar Bedlin. That one's down in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, and with that, on over the second goes Macy Freeze. As it just skips away from Alexa Epley, and with that, Macy Freeze is on over at second base in scoring position yet again for the Bulldogs, and that is not where you want to be for Papillion La Vista South, as Macy Freeze does have the wheels if it gets into center field. Oh, swung on and missed by Bedlin just barely. 0-2 the count now. Excuse me, 1-2. The count now to Skylar Bedlin. On deck, Brooklyn Dybert, who hit a home run earlier in this inning. That one fouled off the bat just barely. by Bedlam. So we'll still stay at 1-2. Macy Freeze is at second. It's a 5-2 lead now for North Platte High School over Papillion La Vista South. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from Fuller. Once more skied up, but it'll pull foul right behind the Bulldog dugout. So we'll still stay at 1-2. But it's good to see that Bedlam just getting closer and closer with the contact. Fouled off the last two pitches and now dialing it in for maybe a hit right here. 1-2 the count. Fuller with the windup. Here it comes. Just down low and outside. There's ball number 2. Good patience from Skylar Bedlin. As it's 2-2 the countdown with 2 down here. This top of the second inning. Macy Freeze at second. Fuller fires away. That one rocketed down the third base side, foul again. So another foul ball from Bedlin, but love the battle she's putting up against Kaylee Fuller here in this top of the second inning with the Bulldogs leading 5-2. 5 runs on 5 hits and no errors for the Bulldogs as Fuller gets to sign the 2-2. That one once more pulled foul down the third base side. Just a little in front of it. Getting closer. As already up to 8 pitches from Kaylee Fuller. 2-2 once again to the first baseman, Skylar Bedlin. As Fuller fires. Swing and a miss, and that's how this inning will come to an end on the fastball. Not before 5 runs did come across for North Platte High School on 5 hits. We're now going to make our way to the bottom of the second inning. It's 5-2 in favor of North Platte High School. We come back here, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 with live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Due to COVID, Larry's RV went 16 months with few new RVs to sell. Then, fall of 2022, their manufacturers loaded them up all at once with all 2022 models. And they all need to move ASAP. So Larry's RV in North Platte is offering steeply reduced prices on all of the new Rockwood, Sunray, Bullet, and Milestone RVs. Now's the time to come look and save big on your next RV at Larry's RV in North Platte. And remember, with approved credit, budgeting in your new RV is even easier. Price reduction going on now at Larry's RV in North Platte.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
North Platte Post Sports.
We're back here to La Vista City Park. North Platte High School leading 5-2 over Papillion La Vista South. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. 2 runs, 1 hit, no error for Papillion La Vista South and the Titans. As we're in the bottom of the second, our timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann of the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann of the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, alongside CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005. So it's Kyler Hoke now up to bat for the side of the Titans. Emerson Warwick on deck with Kinsley Stover in the hole is Sienna McIntyre once again on the mound. See if she can get dialed back in as she finds the zone for strike number 1 to Hoke. As it's a 5-2 lead for the Bulldogs here in this bottom of the second. McIntyre fires away. Sky straight up into left field. On comes Bella Gerard. She calls for it and it bounces out of her glove. The throw to second will get the runner as Hoke trying to extend it. But there's Macy Freeze able to stop that from happening. Some miscommunication in the outfield as Gerard runs all the way in from left. Fumbles the ball on the receive, but Macy Freeze guns it on over to second. And with that, that runner will be tagged out following the error from Gerard, but beautiful play from North Platte High School. to get the first down to this bottom of the second, but Emerson Warwick now up to bat. 1-for-1 with the single in her first plate appearance against Bedlin. As Hugh McIntyre is out, gets back to McIntyre on the grounder on over to Skylar Bedlin for out number 2. And how about the Bulldogs here in this bottom of the second?
Now up.
Finally starting to get the jitters out and playing their brand of softball. As Sienna McIntyre getting back to her ways of the easy groundouts and great pitching, and it's now 2 down here in this bottom of the second. And she'll fire into Kinsley Stover, who flew out to Jaylee Comer in her first plate appearances. That one's going to be outside, ball number 1. 5-2 the lead for the Bulldogs here in this bottom of the second inning. As McIntyre will now fire the 1-0 into Stover. Skied up, right over to Hutchinson, and it just barely falls foul out of play. For strike number 1, it's 1-1 the count now with 2 out and nobody on for Papillion La Vista South in this bottom of the second inning. 5 runs, 5 hits, and now 1 North Platte error to their name, but 2 runs, 1 hit, no error for the Titans as here comes McIntyre's 1-1. It's, just going to be a bit outside. There's ball number 2 to Stover. It's 2-1 the count now. The Kinsley Stover, the left fielder, 2-1. Driven out into center field once again, and it's going to fall into the fence line for potentially a double as Stover's going to go. Oh, my good heavens. What a great throw from Jaylee Comer, almost at the last second, tagged out Stover, but she'll get in with a stand-up double. Another hit for the side of the Titans, and they now got a runner in scoring position. Kinsley Stover at second with Alexa Epley now up to bat. She walked in her first plate appearance against Sienna McIntyre. McIntyre up to 40 pitches already, 20 balls and 20 strikes. Stover at second for the Titans. A 5-2 lead for North Platte High School here in this bottom of the second inning. Pitch in. Hind tight inside, and there's ball number 1 to Epley. The catcher following Epley, Toria Rother, and then Baylor Gregory for Papillion La Vista South. As it's 1-0 the count with 2 down here in this bottom of the second inning. McIntyre fires. At off speed. Once again, too far in. It's 2-0 the count now. To Alexa Epley. As McIntyre gets back in the circle, ready to rock and roll. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Drilled, absolutely smothered out to right field. It's going back, and it is gone. As a home run from Alexa Epley. And with that, the lead, which was once 3, has now been cut down to just 1. As Epley, with the 2-run homer now, puts Papillion La Vista South down just 1, 5-4.
Now up to bat, number 12, Toria Rother.
As it's Toria Rother now up to bat. Following that 2-run homer on the side of Alexa Epley, bases are now cleared as softball from the adjacent field has now entered field of play. Is now 5-4 the lead. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Papillion La Vista South, and we knew this could be a possibility with how strong the offense was coming from the Titans this year. Is that pitch in there for strike number 1 to Rother, who walked in her first plate appearance. The Titans scored 170 runs this season compared to only allowing 111, so really putting the runs in. As that one is skied up into the air, Moreno's going to get under it, and she gloves it to end this inning, but not before 2 runs come across on the side of the Titans. So we now make our way to the top of the third. It's 5-4 the lead for North Platte High School. We come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. you can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Hey, at Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly and easy-to-work with staff that'll help you find the perfect car. And whether you're looking for something new or pre-owned, Premier Toyota's got a wide selection of vehicles to choose from.
Plus, Premier Toyota has Toyota-trained technicians, so you know you're always getting the very best in service and repairs. Schedule your service and factory-scheduled maintenance today and keep your car running strong.
Stop by today and see why Premier Toyota is the #1 choice for car buyers. Let's go places.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park as North Platte High School leads Papillion La Vista South 5-4 here with Brooklyn Dybert up to bat. Skies that out to left field, but Stover's going to get under it, and she gloves it for out number 1. Bulldogs 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error in this ball game compared to the Titans. 4 runs on 3 hits and no errors. There's 1 down here in this top of the third for the third inning with Elise Moreno now up to bat for the Bulldogs. Get our timeout sponsored in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as well as our other sponsors for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte invites you to stop out and take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. Kaylee Fuller still out to pitch for her first official inning of play as she finds the strike zone yet again on Elise Moreno. It's 0-2 the count now against the third baseman with nobody on and 1 down here in this top of the third inning. Bulldogs leading 5-4. Whoa, that 0-2 way upstairs from Fuller for ball number 1. Left the hand a little funky, and with that it's 1-2 the count now with 1 down to Moreno. Bulldogs leading 5-4. Fuller sets and fires. Drilled out in the right field. It falls in for a base hit as it gets past the right fielder. Moreno's going to make her way on over to second and gets there safely. Almost caught by Haley Anderson. Out in right field, but with a double, Elise Moreno gets on, and with that, North Platte High School has a runner in scoring position yet again with 1 out here in this top of the third inning. As here comes Bella Gerard up to bat. She walked on 4 pitches in her last at-bat. She later had a pinch runner being J.C. Lear, and later came around to score that run. Lear did that first pitch into Gerard's there for strike number 1 as Gerard went for the bunt and missed on it. Heaven Hutchinson on deck with Ella Harmon in the hole for North Platte High School. Currently, at the moment, leading 5-4. As Fuller gets the sign, and here comes the 0-1. Way upstairs, there's ball number 1 to Gerard. Top of the third, 5-4, 1 out, 5 runs on now 6 hits. For North Platte High School, 1 error to their name, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors on the side. Papillion La Vista South, 2 home runs combined already. 1 solo from Brooklyn Dybert as Gerard swings and misses. Strike number 2, and then Alexa Epley with a 2-run homer last inning. 5-4 now the lead for North Platte High School in this top of the third. Moreno at second. The 1-2. Swing and a miss from Gerard. Another strikeout for the Titans. And with that, 2 down here in this top of the third inning with Heaven Hutchinson now out to bat. She struck out swinging in her first plate appearance for the Bulldogs. Has Moreno at second. If Hutchinson can get into the outfield, another run could score for the Bulldogs here. As Fuller gets the sign and now will deliver her first pitch into Hutchinson. Ooh, that's just around the knees. Finds the mark. Strike number 1. 0-1 the count now to the catcher, Hutchinson. As Fuller steps back into the circle and now will look to deliver her 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Heaven Hutchinson for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now. A little ahead of it that time for Heaven Hutchinson. 0-2 with 2 down. Runner at second being Elise Moreno. As here comes that 0-2 pitch. It's going to be just a bit inside there for ball number 1. 1-2 the count now to Hutchinson. As Fuller, quick back into the circle now. The 1-2. That one foul down the right field side. We'll still stay at 1-2 the count now. Good contact from Hutchinson. Just didn't get fully on it with that 1-2 with 2 down. Elise Moreno at second for North Platte High School. As Fuller's 1-2 on the way. That's low. Ball number 2 almost hitting the dirt. Now 2-2 the count now to Moreno. As Fuller will look to the bench area to get the sign. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Here comes the payoff. 2-2 again. Fouled slowly. Going to hit slowly right back up to Fuller. And with that, the throw to first is in time, and that'll do it for this inning. A double from Elise Moreno gets the Bulldogs another hit, but they couldn't get that run across. They lead 5-4. We come back here to La Vista City Park, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, or PlattePost.com.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
It's football and volleyball season, and it's time to enjoy it while eating the best pizza and wings at Dave's Place.
Dave's Place is your fall sports headquarters with the biggest games on the TVs, the freshest pizza, and all new drink specials, including, you guessed it, the Whoop Whoop
Dave's Place on East 4th Street in North Platte.
Dine in, carry out, DoorDash, or online at davesplacenp.com. Beginning September 10th, Dave's Place will open Sundays at 11 o'clock. Whoop whoop!
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park, as currently it's a 5-4 lead for North Platte High School over Papillion La Vista South.
Batting number 7.
Our timeouts, of course, brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. Baylor Gregory up to bat. She sacrificed, flew out in her first plate appearance to right field, and got one of the first runs to come home for the Titans in the first inning, as she skies that one straight up to Brooklyn Dybert, who then gloves it for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in this bottom of the third inning. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Allo Communications, our premier video sponsor. Allo Communications has packages let you experience fast, reliable fiber internet, fiber TV, and fiber phone online at allofiber.com. As up to bat now, Haley Anderson. She walked in her first plate appearance for the Titans. Is already facing 1 out here. This bottom of the third inning as McIntyre fires, swung on and pulled back behind dugout, or excuse me, the home plate. Stop fence for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. McIntyre trying to get into some rhythm after giving up at least 2 runs. Well, exactly 2 runs in the last 2 innings. Would love an inning here where she doesn't give up a run to get into a little bit of a rhythm, as the 0-1 is skied straight up, and it's going to fall right on top of our head, or maybe behind our head, for strike number 2. 0-2 the count now to Anderson. Sloan Gregory on deck with Isabel Rodriguez in the hole for the Titans. 1 out here. Bottom of the third inning. McIntyre gets the sign. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's just a bit outside, and there's first ball of this at-bat to Anderson. It's 1-2 the count now with one down here in this bottom of the third. 5-4 the lead for North Platte High School here in this A3 district battle between the Titans and the Bulldogs. The 1-2. Pulled foul down the third base side, and we'll still stay at 1-2. Of course, North Platte High School took on Papillion La Vista South in the very first game of this season where they fell to the Titans 9-2, and so far it's been a complete turnaround since that first adventure, leading 5-4 here. Winner goes to the 4 o'clock game, while the loser will move immediately on to the elimination game in the loser's bracket at 2. Or whenever both games get done at the moment, as there are 2 games going on. This is the 2 and the 3 seeded teams battling. The 1-2. Oh, once more, just a bit outside. It's now 2-2 the count from Sienna McIntyre to Haley Anderson, who walked in her first plate appearance. 2-2 with one down. McIntyre sets and fires away to Anderson. Once more, too high. It's 3-2, so after a strong 0-2 start, 3 straight balls from Sienna McIntyre now puts us at a full count. 3-2 to Anderson. 51 total pitches for McIntyre already. As she gets set, and here comes the 3-2 pitch. Slowly rolled to Macy Freeze at short. The throw to first, gunned it, and it will get past Skylar Bedlin, and with that, Anderson's going to make her way on over to second as Bedlin had to lay a little far out to grab it. It's the second error of this ball game for North Platte High School.
Number 27, Sloan Gregory.
And now Sloan Gregory comes up to hit for Papillion La Vista South, the runner at second base for the Titans. As Anderson's out at second, and that first pitch from Sienna McIntyre outside. Ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Gregory, who also walked in her first plate appearance against Sienna McIntyre. 1-0 the count with one down here. Anderson at second. The pitch. Slowly grounded on over to Macy Freeze, gloves it. The throw won't be in time to first, and now caught in the pickle is going to be Anderson as Moreno drops the softball. The throw to second will not be in time, so what was potentially a pickle that could put North Platte with 2 down turns into a mistake as Moreno couldn't hold on to the softball when it came to her, and with that, going back to first, Riley Anderson.
Now to bat
for the Titans is Lisa Rodriguez now comes up to bat for the side of the Titans with 2 runners on the base paths for Papillion La Vista South. As that pitch in there, strike number 1 to Rodriguez. It's 0-1 now. Haley Anderson at second and Sloan Gregory at first for the Titans. 5-4 lead for North Platte High School. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs as that one swung on and missed for strike number 2. Now 2 errors on the side of North Platte and 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Titans here in this bottom of the third. It's McIntyre with an 0-2 count against Rodriguez. She grounded out in her first plate appearance. Skies that one straight on up. McIntyre waves it off, and it'll be catched by Skylar Bedlin as Anderson is a little far from second, but makes her way safely back to second, and there's 2 down now. And this bottom of the third inning is now up to bat for the side of the Titans. Kyler Hoke up to bat. She reached on an error in her first plate appearance as it was dropped by one Bella Gerard in left field, but Macy Freeze was able to throw her out at second, and she tried to force it as she swings and misses on the fastball from McIntyre. It's 0-1 the count now. 2 runners on with 2 out here. Bulldogs still hold on to this 1-run lead, 5-4 over the Titans of Papillion La Vista South here in the 8-3 district tournament. The 0-1. Sky drifting towards the right field side, and it'll fall foul. It's now 0-2 the count now to Hoke. Emerson Warwick on deck with Kinsley Stover in the hole for the Titans. It's McIntyre looking for her first strikeout and retire the side. And she'll get the side from Hutchinson. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from McIntyre. That's high upstairs. Ball number 1. Kyler Hoken with that. 1-2 the count now with 2 outs. Haley Anderson at second. Sloan Gregory at first. Threatening to score for the Titans with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes McIntyre's 1-2. Oh, spin outside and low. 2-2 the count now to Hoke. McIntyre, again, searching for her first strikeout in today's ball game. As here comes the 2-2. Fouled off the bat of Hoke. So we'll still stay at 2-2. McIntyre, 61 total pitches, 35 strikes and 26 balls. Not having the best game when it comes to her control and her pitch placement, but so far keeping the Bulldogs in front. 5-4, but 2 runners on the base paths for the Titans here. 2-2 the count. As McIntyre fires. Drilled out into the gap in left center. It's going to fall into the fence line. 1 run will score. And now here comes another as Macy Freeze guns it home. Not going to be in time. As the throw to third, also not in time. So a stand-up double that turns into Hoke, making her way to third. And now Papillion La Vista South retakes the lead 6-5.
Now up to bat, number 15.
And now another hit for the Titans, and they lead this one 6-5 as it's Emerson Warwick now up to bat for Papillion La Vista South. They've retaken the lead 6-5 here. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Titans. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for North Platte High School. That pitch from McIntyre is in there. Strike number 1. Warwick is 1 for 2 today, singled in her first plate appearance, but grounded out in her second. So far, Sienna McIntyre's given up 2 runs in the first 3 innings. We're still here in this bottom of the 3rd as her 0-1's on the way. That's right through the legs of Elise Moreno on the quick hitter, and with that, coming on home is Kyler Hoke, and that's another run for the Titans. It's now 7-5, the lead. Papillion La Vista South with Kinsley Stover now up to bat.
Up to bat, number 10, Kinsley Stover.
For the Titans. Here in this softball game is, once again, all starting to come apart just a little bit for the Bulldogs. After picking up those 5 runs in this top of the 2nd, have fortunately given up 7 so far through these 3 innings. It could be more as that's going to be gloved out of the hand of Freeze on over to second, and the out will come through. But not before 3 runs came across for the side of Papillion La Vista South. They now lead 7-5 as we make our way to the top of the 4th inning here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Toyota lovers, are you in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle or need top-notch service? Premier Toyota's got you covered. Their knowledgeable and friendly staff will help you find the perfect ride to fit your lifestyle and budget. Plus, their state-of-the-art service center is staffed with expert technicians who will keep your vehicle running like new. Visit Premier Toyota today and experience the best selection, service, and prices around. You won't be disappointed. Toyota, let's go places.
Get the results you need with Red Willow Chemical. Whether you're looking for generic or name brand chemicals and fertilizer, they got you covered. And with their bulk options and delivery and aerial application services, you can save time and get the job done right. Their experienced staff is here to help you tailor a plan that fits your specific needs so you can trust them to deliver. Don't wait. Visit Red Willow Chemical today and see the difference quality products and personalized service can make. Contact them now.
Growing relationships, one crop at a time. Red Willow Chemical.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park. Ella Harmon up to bat for North Platte High School. It's now a 7-5 lead for Papillion La Vista South here in the 8-3 district tournament. North Platte had a 5-0 lead in the top of the 5th inning, but now trails 7-5. Our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the side of the Titans compared to 5 5 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors for North Platte High School. As that pitch is outside to the birthday girl, Ella Harmon. As there is some action in the bullpen for North Platte High School, but I don't think it's Skylar Bedlin who's warming up the bullpen, as that 1-1 is now high to Harmon. 2-1 the count now. I believe who's in the bullpen for North Platte is Lauren Bowers for the Bulldogs. She's been pitching and just warming up in the bullpen for a little bit now. As it's 2-1 the count now to Harmon. The pitch. Skied straight on up and calling for it and gloving it. Isabel Rodriguez for out number 1. There's 1 down here in this top of the 4th inning. Now up to bat, Sienna McIntyre, 1 for 1 today. Walked, singled into center field in her previous plate appearance. Following McIntyre, Jaylee Comer and the Macy Freeze. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game. Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte invites you to stop out and take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. That pitch is down low, below the knees. Ball number 1. 1-0 the count now from Kaylee Fuller to Sienna McIntyre. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's now too high. It's 2-0 the count now to the pitcher, McIntyre. As Fuller gets the sign from the dugout. Now with her 2-0 pitch on the way to McIntyre. That's going to sneak its way in the outside part of the zone for strike number 1. 2-1 the count now. Nobody on and 1 out here in this top of the 4th inning. It's a 7-5 lead for Papillion La Vista South in the 8-3 district tournament. 2-1. That's high, ball 3. 3-1 now. Again, winner goes to the 4 o'clock game versus the winner of Papillion La Vista, and the game 1 winner. Loser will take on the loser of game 1 with their tournament hopes on the line. That one swung on and missed by McIntyre. It was upstairs. It's now 3-2 the count from Kaylee Fuller to now Sienna McIntyre. 3-2 with 1 down. As Fuller sets and fires. That's down low, ball 4, and with that, McIntyre picks up her 2nd walk of the day. Makes her way on over to first, and with that, here comes a courtesy runner for North Platte High School. Probably should be Emma Shannon yet again, as it is Emma Shannon taking over courtesy running, as now it's Jaylee Comer up to bat. Comer was huge in that top of the 2nd inning when we last saw her hit that double that brought home 2 runs, and now looking to advance the runner, Shannon, who's at 2nd. She's 1-2 today. As Fuller delivers, it's in there. Strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. 1 out and a runner at first base for North Platte High School. In this top of the 4th inning. That's the 0-1. Way upstairs. There's ball number 1. That one once again coming off a little awkwardly from Fuller. As the wind now pushing in directly from center field, it looks like, as it was once. Going from left to right, and now coming in from center. As the 1-1. It's down low, ball 2 to Comer. It's now 2-1 the count now. To Jaylee Comer as time is called, and out goes Alexa Epley to talk with Fuller. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game. CT Computer Services, your IT guy. Since 2005, they have been doing business since 2005, supporting dozens of small businesses, small business networks, and hundreds of home computer users located at 905 South Willow, or call 308-534-3628. As it's 2-1 the count to Jaylee Comer. As Fuller delivers. Comer lays down an absolutely beautiful bunt. The throw to first, not in time, and she does it again. Absolute magic from Jaylee Comer, laying down another beautiful bunt that the Titans were not ready for, and that is just what she does for North Platte High School. As Macy Freeze now comes up to bat, and it doesn't shock me that Jaylee Comer laid down the most beautiful bunt you've seen all day, as that's just what she does for the Bulldogs and does it so effectively. 2 runners now on for North Platte High School, with Shannon at 2nd, Comer at 1st, and now Macy Freeze up to bat. She's 1 for 2 today, singled in her last plate appearance as she looks to lay the bunt down, but it's going to be called foul. And with that, strike number 1. While I preferably don't like to see Macy Freeze lay a bunt down, as we know she's got quite the hitting prowess. Again, the best batting average on this North Platte team, above 340. Also has the power to hit a home run and get the bases cleared. But you do like what you see, of course, in the situation as the 0-1. Check swing as that's high, but you love the idea with 1 out, 2 runners on. Could lay down a surprise first pitch bunt that could get the bases loaded. But now I think head coach Greeno gonna let Macy Freeze swing as it's 1-1 to count. It's delivered from Fuller. Freeze lays down a pretty nice bunt. Fuller's throw to first will be in time, but with that, there are going to be 2 runners now in scoring position for North Platte High School as Freeze almost got on with the bunt. As now it's Skylar Bedlin's turn.
Number 28, Skylar Bedlin.
Up here for North Platte High School. With runners now in scoring position at second and third for the Bulldogs. Shannon at third. Comer at first as that pitch is up high. Ball number 1, it's 1-0 the count now to Skylar Bedlin from Kaylee Fuller. Following Bedlin, Brooklyn Dybert, then Elise Moreno for North Platte High School. Bulldogs get tied up here with both runners coming across as Skylar Bedlin skies that up, but it's going to fall foul on the right field side for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now in this top of the 4th inning. 7-5 lead for Papillion La Vista South in the 8th 3-district tournament. 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for North Platte High School. 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Titans. That one skied straight up into the air. Calling for it is Fuller, is going to be Epley, and she'll glove it, and that's how this inning will come to an end. The Bulldogs did have a chance to bring 2 runners home, but couldn't convert. We'll now move to the bottom of the 4th inning. North Platte trailing 7-5. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop. Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park. North Platte High School currently trailing Papillion La Vista South 7-5. Of course, our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Again, 7-5 lead for Papillion La Vista South. 7 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the Titans. 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for North Platte High School. That first pitch into Alexa Epley is there for strike number 1. Last at bat for Epley. 2-run home run. So center right field that gave Papillion La Vista their first lead, their first lead since the bottom of the 1st inning. As that next pitch from McIntyre is outside. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now to Epley. Toria Rother on deck with Baylor Gregory in the hole. Thank you again to our sponsors for today's game. Sandhill State Bank, most committed brand in banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, Juanita, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. That one blooped into center field, but gloved up by Jaylee Comer. And with that, first out of this inning, down goes Epley for a fly out in the bottom of the fourth as Torio Rother now up to bat. She flew out to Elise Moreno in her second plate appearance, but walked in her first. Again, Bulldogs trailing 7-5 here in the District A3 tournament. Winner goes on to the 4 o'clock game today, while the loser will play immediately as that bunt's laid down by Rother. The throw to first is in time, though. And there's 2 down already here in this bottom of the 4th inning to bring up Baylor Gregory for Papillion La Vista South. Again, loser will play immediately at the conclusion of this game on field number 3 if you are here listening. As Gregory now up to bat again. She's 0 for 1 today. Sacrifice flew out in her first plate appearance and flew out in her second, as that pitch is in there for strike number 1 from Sienna McIntyre. To Gregory, the 0-1. Skied out to center once again. Back under it, Comer to the fence, and she gets there for the final out of this inning. Bulldogs quickly put down the Titans, and now will make their way to the top of the 5th inning to see if they can get some work done to get back in this game, trailing 7-5. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Allen Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Due to COVID, Larry's RV went 16 months with few new North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park as I welcome you back from the national EAS alert as it's 7-5 in favor of Papillion La Vista South as that skied out to left field as Stover gets under it and gloves it for the first out of this inning. It's 7-5 in the lead for Papillion La Vista South, and the Titans as Fuller will pitch it into Diver. She skies it to left field, and there's out number 1 as it's Elise Moreno now up to bat. Moreno doubled in her last plate appearance for North Platte High School to right field, but struck out swinging in her first. Again, our timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as that bounces off our roof for out number 1, following Moreno, Bella Gerard, and then Heaven Hutchinson for North Platte High School. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You can find out more, 1510 East 4th Street, and enjoy the pizza of the month, daily specials, wings, and more. That one blooped on out to right field, and it's going to be gloved up by Haley Anderson for out number 2. And with that, 2 are down here in this top of the 5th inning for the Bulldogs. As it's, again, Bella Gerard now up to bat for North Platte. 3 seed taking on the 2 seed. Papillion La Vista South took down North Platte in the very first game of this season. 9-2 as the Bulldogs look to exact revenge against the Titans, but trailing this one 7-5 as the first pitch from Fuller into Gerard is in there. Strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count. Gerard struck out swinging in her second plate appearance, but walked in her first as Fuller delivers her 0-1. That one around the knees, but there, strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to the left fielder, Bella Gerard. As Fuller gets set and will now deliver in her 0-2 count with 2 down. Way upstairs, there's ball number 1 as Alexa Epley flies up from her catcher position to glove that pitch. 1-2 the count now. with 2 down here in this top of the 5th inning. As Fuller sets and fires. That one looped out to right field, and it will fall in for an out, as picked up once again by Anderson. With that, that's how this inning will come to an end. The Bulldogs quick 1, 2, 3 as we're going to make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning. Trailing North Platte does to Papillion La Vista South 7-5. We come back here, FM 98.1 AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, or remote services available for your home or business. They also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Lenovo and Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillip and Willow in North Platte, or call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Ed is baffled.
I just learned how they make Runza sandwiches.
Explain it for the people, Ed.
They actually make them.
Yep.
Like, before they open in the morning, they're making dough from scratch, letting it rise, shredding cabbage, onions, and cooking it with beef and secret spices.
From scratch every day.
That makes my day.
Thought it might. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th inning at La Vista City Park. North Platte trailing Papillion La Vista South, the 3 seed, taking on the 2 seed. 7-5 with Haley Anderson up to bat as that first pitch from Sienna McIntyre is in there. Strike number 1. Our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. 0-1 the count in to Anderson, who reached on an error in her previous plate appearance and walked in her first versus the Bulldogs. She drives that out to center field. Back goes Comer in the warning track, and she'll glove it. The wind helping North Platte there, as it looked like it had some good carry, but the wind's been blowing directly in from center field from time to time, and that time it blew exactly in from center field and helped North Platte High School get the first out. This bottom of the 5th inning is it's Sloan Gregory up to bat. She singled in her last plate appearance and walked in her first 1-for-1 today against McIntyre as she fouls that back to the netting for strike number 1. Also, thank you to our sponsors for today's game. Another round / Rivers Edge Golf Course. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another round sports bar at the Rivers Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them. 0-1 the count with 1 out here. McIntyre gets the sign from Evan Hutchinson, and now will deliver then. 0-1 count to Sloan Gregory as that one's skied, and will drift foul. It'll go into the next field for second strike of this at-bat. First inning, the last inning for Papillion La Vista South was the first inning they haven't scored in. The bottom of the 4th as McIntyre wants to continue that on with the hopes that the Bulldogs offense can spark a comeback, as that pitch just a bit outside. And with that, it's 1-2 the count now to Gregory. Isabel Rodriguez on deck with Kyler Hoke in the hole for Papillion La Vista South. Here comes the 1-2 from McIntyre. Oh, just another bit outside. With that, it's 2-2 the count, and that's just kind of how this day has gone for McIntyre. After getting in some good positions pitching-wise, she'll give up a few to the outside, and that then sometimes results in a hit for the Titans. The 2-2. Once more outside. It's now 3-2 the count, and that's also been the thing for Sienna McIntyre. She'll get into a really good position, and normally you see her strike them out. But so far today, really been struggling with finding her control as the 3-2's on the way. That one driven in the left field for a 1-out base hit from Sloan Gregory, and one runner will get on for the side of the Titans as she'll get into good positions, McIntyre does, but just today really struggling to really close out at bats, and because of that, it's allowed Papillion La Vista South to keep innings alive and then also score in the later portions of those innings, as that's now their 8th hit today. This looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Gregory, as that's going to be Bailey Wallace for the Titans, with Isabel Rodriguez up to bat. She's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a fly out to her name, and there's one out here in this bottom of the 5th inning, with McIntyre still on the mound. 79 pitches, 49 strikes, and 30 balls for North Platte High as they trail 7-5 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. McIntyre sets and fires. Sky straight on up. Macy Free's going to call for it, and she'll get there and glove it for an easy out, number 2. And this is this is what kind of hurts if you're not just a Bulldog fan but also a supporter, because McIntyre has been showing today her normal Sienna McIntyre attributes, where she's just getting easy outs for the infield, whether it be ground outs or fly outs, but she'll sometimes get into that position where she'll get up in the count and then just let them back in, and causes trouble for the Bulldogs. Over to Tybert, the throw to first in time, and that's now back-to-back innings for Sienna McIntyre, where she has officially retired the side, and no runs have come across. So we're going to make our way to the top of the 6th inning. Bulldogs trailing 7-5. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming, sponsored by Allo Communications at NorthPlattePost.com.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
Hey, at Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly and easy-to-work with staff that'll help you find the perfect car. And whether you're looking for something new or pre-owned, Premier Toyota's got a wide selection of vehicles to choose from.
Plus, Premier Toyota has Toyota-trained technicians, so you know you're always getting the very best in service and repairs. Schedule your service and factory-scheduled maintenance today and keep your car running strong.
Stop by today and see why Premier Toyota is the #1 choice for car buyers. Let's go places.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park. It's the top of the 6th inning, a 7-5 lead for Papillion La Vista South, as here comes Heaven Hutchinson for the 3rd time today. 0 for 2 with 2 straight strikeouts against the Titans. Our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As she swings and fouls that one off for strike number 1. It's 1-1 to count now to the catcher, as the Titans lead 7-5. 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors for Papillion La Vista South. 5 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors for the side of North Platte High School. Hutchinson will check swing, but it bounces off her bat for strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now to the catcher, as after giving up 5 runs in the top of the 2nd inning and getting a new pitcher in Kaylee Fuller, the Titans have really shut down the North Platte offense and have put up 5 runs of their own, as that one's fouled down the first base side, so we'll still stay at 1-2 the count. North Platte, though, as this game is coming close to an end, would love to find a little bit of that magic that they did in the top of the 2nd to tie it up. Again, because the winner moves on to the 4 o'clock game, with the loser playing at the conclusion of this game, as that pitch is just a bit outside. 2-2 the count now to the catcher Hutchinson, with Ella Harmon on deck and Sienna McIntyre in the hole. North Platte High School. As Fuller will get the sign and get ready to fire away the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's low, below the knees. Ball number 3. It's 3-2 the count now to Heaven Hutchinson. Fuller staring down potentially the barrel of a walk here to Hutchinson. 3-2 count. Here it comes. That one, light blooper, that will stay fair, and then touching the first base bag is Sloan Gregory, and with that, out number one. Here in this top of the sixth inning, it is Ella Harmon now up to bat. Got on base in her first plate appearance with the bunt, but then flew out to Isabel Rodriguez in her second. And with one down in this top of the sixth, would love to get on to start a rally for North Platte High School here. We know she can do it with some beautiful bunting as she swings, and that one's slowly going to roll on over to Gregory. And the speeder of Ella Harmon rockets her way on over to first as she got a little bit of the softball on that bat and then rocketed down to the first base side. And with that, Harmon is on with a single.
Number 3, Sienna McIntyre.
Here in this top of the sixth inning, and Sienna McIntyre comes up to bat with a potential to move Harmon or potentially get herself on base. She's 1 for 1 today with 2 walks and a single as that pitch from Fuller is in the dirt. Good smother from the catcher, Alexa Epley. It's now ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. Following McIntyre, Jaylee Comer, and then Macy Freeze for North Platte. Harmon on over at first is a steal threat if given the opportunity. The 1-0. Drilled into the gap. Right center gets down. Here comes Ella Harmon. They're going to wave her on home. Here comes Ella Harmon with the speed, and she'll easily make it a stand-up double for Sienna McIntyre. Even though she's having a tough time on the mound today, she has really been putting in the work on the offensive side, and she gets a double and now is in scoring position for North Platte to potentially tie this game up with Emma Shannon now courtesy running for McIntyre. And oh my good heavens, this game is long from being over here as it's 7-6. And here comes Jaylee Comer. She laid down a beautiful bunt in her last plate appearance that allowed her to get on base. And with Shannon at second, I wouldn't doubt if she tries to do it again. As the pitch from Fuller is down low as it's going to sneak a little bit away. The throw on over to thirds in plenty of time. And with that, the runner in scoring position at second gets called out. Not a good call as it just got a little bit away from Epley, but not far enough for Shannon to successfully make her way to third. And with that, the runner gets tagged out, and there's 2 down here. This top of the sixth inning, it's a 1-0 count now to Jaylee Comer. We'll make that 2-0 the count now. Having a good offensive day, Jaylee Comer is 2 for 3, a strikeout, a double, and a bunt to her name. As Fuller will now get ready to rock and roll. 2-0 count to the center fielder, Jaylee Comer. The pitch. Slowly grounded back to the pitcher. The throw to first will be in time, and that's how the inning will come to an end. North Platte did get a run across off of a beautiful double from Sienna McIntyre. Well, that'll do it for that inning. We make our way to the bottom of the sixth. Can North Platte still keep the Titans scoreless? We come back here at FM 98.1 AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
It's not too late to dust off the golf clubs and head out to River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Summer may be coming to an end, but come out to River's Edge and you'll enjoy a course that features modern amenities with beautifully maintained lush greens and breathtaking views. After your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. Remember, they're open to the public. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another Round Sports Bar at River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back here to La Vista City Park, the Bulldogs inching closer to tying this game up as they trail Papillion La Vista South and the Titans 7-6. The 2 seed taking on the 3 seed again. Bulldogs are the 3 seed. The Titans are the 2 seed as Sienna McIntyre's first pitch into Emerson Warwick is there. Strike number 1 worked 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a ground out to her name. Our timeouts once again brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group, his new location. 621 South Dewey. Sweet B as that one's launched into center field. Back at the warning track, and it's gone. And after inching closer, it's now not as close as Emerson Warwick hits another home run. Her first of the day and the third now for Papillion La Vista South, and it's back to a 2-run lead. 8-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as now it's up to bat Kinsley Stover now for the Titans. North Platte now trailing back by 2, 8-6. I was just about to say they were able to claw their way back 1 run, but now unfortunately trail by 2, 8-6, and got a little more work to do as we are closing in on the potential last half inning of play for the Dogs. As it's Kinley Stover up to bat. Stover today 1 for 3 with a fly out, a ground out, and a double to her name as McIntyre's first pitch is outside, ball number 1. 1-0 the count now here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch in, though. 1-0 for McIntyre. Drilled into the gap in left center field, and with that, that might be a double for the side of Stover as Comer's throw will get there, but another double for Kinsley Stover, her second for today, and another runner in scoring position for the Titans, as we are going to have a pitching change for North Platte High School, as it looks like Lauren Bowers, will be coming in for the Bulldogs here for Sienna McIntyre. As we've been seeing the first
pitching for the Bulldogs, number 19,
games of Lauren Bowers for the first time here in district play. As I was saying, Bowers was getting some warm-up action earlier on in the ball game, but McIntyre had 2 pretty good innings in the bottom of the 4th and bottom of the 5th that then allowed Bowers to take a little bit of a break, but now Lauren Bowers coming in for Sienna McIntyre, who will end the day giving up 8 runs. Not the best pitching day for for Sienna McIntyre today. After, again, very strong season for McIntyre. Again, this game shouldn't be a reflection of how strong McIntyre has been this season, because she has been absolutely phenomenal for North Platte High School this year. Again, almost breaking the strikeout record this season twice. As again, it's 14 was the record created by Tatum Montalongo last year, and so far this year, McIntyre hit that 14 strikeouts twice, but today giving up 8 runs on 10 hits. Though the Bulldogs did commit 3 errors in today's game, so we'll have a final stat line at the conclusion of this game. But Lauren Bowers coming in for some first real postseason play this year, and going to be facing off against Alexa Epley. Epley hit a home run in her second plate appearance, but has gone 1 for 2 overall today. Walked in her first plate appearance, then flew out in her second. As Epley will be facing Bowers for the first time here today, as the Bulldogs can trail 8-6 against Papillion La Vista South and the Titans. As North Platte High School would love to continue on and make it to the next winner's bracket game. The loser will go immediately on to the loser's bracket game next. As still waiting for the adjustment from the side of home plate umpire, as other than that, no other position changes. Actually, correction, one other position change coming in for North Platte. It's, of course, Sienna McIntyre, then moving back to another one of her best positions. Third base is Elise Moreno. We'll be going back to the benches. Now we're ready to rock and rumble with Alexa Epley up to bat. Has Kinsley Stover at second base for the side of the Titans, as Bowers' first pitch is swung on, and it'll get into the gap in left center field. Most certainly will score. The runner Kinsley from second as a great throw. Oh, it just bounces out of Brooklyn Dybert's glove. So a double for Alexa Epley, and now another run comes across for the Titans. They now lead 9-6 here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Victoria Rother now up to bat, and she's 0 for 2 today. So we have some more action in the bullpen for North Platte High School with some warm-ups. Katie Titus now stretching deep in the bullpen for the Bulldogs as Bowers will get the sign from Hutchinson and now deliver it into Rother. Alexa Epley at second for the Titans. That first pitch gets away from Hutchinson, and with that, easily making her way on over to third. Going to be Epley off the passed up ball, as that's just a bit outside, and there's ball number 1 for pitcher Lauren Bowers. So it's 1-0 the count now to Rother. Runner at third being Alexa Epley. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. Drill out into right field is getting under it and gloving it there is Ella Harmon. The tag up will, though, bring the runner home. So 1 down in this bottom of the 6th inning, but another run comes across on the sacrifice fly from Toria Rother, and now the lead increases ever more.
Now to bat number 7, Baylor
It's
Gregory.
now 10-6 in favor of Papillion La Vista South. 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the side of the Titans. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the side of North Platte High School. Baylor Gregory up to bat. She so far today 0 for 2, a sacrifice fly in her first plate appearance, and then 2 flyouts in her last 2 as Bowers' pitch is in there for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now from Lauren Bowers, as Katie Titus warming up in the bullpen for North Platte High School if called upon. 1-1 the lead with nobody out, nobody on for the Titans. Pitch, grounded, foul, down close to the North Platte dugout. There's strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now from Lauren Bowers to Baylor Gregory. Haley Anderson on deck with Sloan Gregory in the hole for Papillion La Vista South and the Titans. Here comes Bowers, 1-2, count all the way. Oh, that off-speed check swung, but they won't say that Gregory went around, so with that it's 2-2 the count now from Katie Titus. They're going to check, and they'll say that Gregory didn't go around. So 2-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 out here in this bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch on the way. Slowly grounded out over to Macy Freeze. The glove to throw to first is in time, and there's 2 down now in this inning. Great pitch from Lauren Bowers, and with that, there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As up comes Haley Anderson. She's 0 for 2 today. Walked, reached on an error, and then flew. Actually got reached on an error, but then got picked off trying to make it into a double in her second batting appearance, and then flew out in her third. It is the last potential at-bat for the Titans in this first game, as Bowers' first pitch is below the knees for ball number 1. Again, North Platte trailing in this one 10-6. They'll have their potential last offensive series next inning, next half inning. And then if they can't get it done, they'll be moving on to the losers bracket game, which will start at the conclusion of this one. The 1-0. It's in there. Strike number 1 from Lauren Bowers, as it's 1-1 the count with 2 down to Anderson. Sloan Gregory on deck with Isabel Rodriguez in the hole for the Titans. 1-1. Bowers gets the sign and delivers it into Hutchinson. Oh, it's outside. Ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now to Haley Anderson. Two and one with 2 out here. Bowers sets and fires that pitch. Swung on and missed by Haley Anderson. It was down low, but Anderson way ahead of it. It's now 2-2 the count now. To one Haley Anderson, as Bowers will look for her, not only her first strikeout, but an ending to this bottom of the 6th inning. As Bowers gets back into the circle. Here comes her 2-2 pitch. Off speed. Oh, just a bit outside. With that, it's now a full count, 3-2 to Haley Anderson. Bauer still searching for the first strikeout for her today. 3-2 and 2 down. She sets and fires. Grounded foul down the third base side, so we'll still stay at 3-2 the count now. 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Papillion La Vista South. 6 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors for North Platte High School. Ken Loser will go to the losers bracket game at the conclusion of this game, while the winner will go to the upper bracket game that'll play at 4 o'clock. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's outside with that ball 4 and making her way on over to first with a walk, Haley Anderson. As now up coming to bat, Sloan Gregory. 2 for 2, 2 back-to-back singles in her last 2 plate appearances while walking in her first at-bat. 10-6 the lead for the Titans over North Platte High. Pitch from Bowers. Off speed's in there, strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. With 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bowers gets the side from Heaven Hutchinson, sets, and now will fire away the 0-1 pitch. Check swing is, that's going to be outside. Ball number 1 and low. 1-1 the count now to Gregory. Isabel Rodriguez on deck with Kyler Hoke in the hole for the Titans, leading 10-6. Bowers will get the sign and deliver her 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sloan Gregory way in front of that. It's now 1-2 the count. From Lauren Bowers now to Sloan Gregory. As Titus is done warming up. 1-2, 2 outs here. As here comes that payoff pitch. Skied straight up. McIntyre called for it, and she gets there to glove it. And with that, the inning will come to an end for North Platte High School. They gave up, though, 3 runs, and they'll now move to their potential last offensive inning of play when we come back here to La Vista City Park, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming sponsored by Allo Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great school year. Fall can mean weather changes and canceled practices. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Watch Facebook for CYS League information to get your 3rd through 6th grader registered for football, volleyball, basketball, and wrestling for the 2023-2024 season. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information. Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to La Vista City Park as North Platte High School taking on Papillion La Vista South. And the Titans currently trailing 10-6 here in this top of the 7th inning. Their potential last inning of play, as that's going to be bobbled by Rodriguez, and getting on with a hit there, Macy Freeze to lead off this top of the 7th inning. Another hit on the day for Macy Freeze as the Bulldogs look to bounce back in this series. Again, loser will head to the losers bracket matchup at the conclusion of this game, while winner will make their way on to the winners bracket matchup at 4 as that's grounded on over to Rother from Bedlin. They'll get there in time, so there is 1 out as grounding out Skylar Bedlin goes, but that will advance the runner Macy Freeze on over to second base. So with that, 1 runner on still with 1 out here in this top of the 7th inning.
Next up, number 8.
Bulldogs will keep it close here. At the moment, still trailing by 4, 10-6. As that one is pulled foul down the left field side from Brooklyn Dybert. Strike number one. It's 0-1 the count now from Dybert is 0-1 with one down here in the top of the seventh. Freeze on over at second for North Platte High School. 0-1 the count now to Brooklyn Dybert. She homered in her first plate appearance, but has flown out in her last two, as that's high upstairs. Ball number one, 1-1 the count now to Brooklyn Dybert from Fuller. As the 1-1, skied up, but it'll be pulled foul. On the side of Brooklyn Dybert, as I look like, I saw there, Omaha Buena Vista, the winners of the far game from what I saw, so they'll be taking on Papillion La Vista. The next one is that one on over to the shortstop, which was Isabel Rodriguez. She'll hold Macy Freeze at second and get the easy ground out of Brooklyn Dybert. Two down now here in this top of the seventh inning. It's North Platte High School holding out hope of a Christmas miracle.
19, Lauren
As
Bowers.
Here comes Lauren Bowers up to bat. Not only did she come in that last inning to finish it off, now she comes in a high-pressure situation with 2 outs, 1 runner on to swing for the first time here in district's play. As here comes first pitch from Fuller to Bowers. Down low, ball number 1. 1-0 the count now to Lauren Bowers. 10-6 the lead. Papillion La Vista South and the Titans. As here comes the pitch in for Fuller. It's going to find its way in there. Strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. To Lauren Bowers. North Platte trailing 10-6 here in the first game of the 8-3 district tournament. The pitch just a bit outside. It's 2-1 the count now to Bowers. Again, subbed in for Shannon McIntyre on the mound. Finished off last game. And now with a 2-1 count to Bowers. The pitch from Fuller. That one skied out in the right field, and it's gloved up on the side by Haley Anderson, as that's how this game, unfortunately, will come to an end for North Platte High School. They'll now move down to the lower bracket. Well, they'll be taking on, I believe that's Omaha South, that they will be taking on, I believe. Number 4 seeded Omaha South taking on North Platte High School here in just a couple of minutes. We'll step aside, take a real quick break, give you the Quick Stop postgame show, and then I got to move my tail feather down to the next field and get everything set up. So when we come back, Quick Stop postgame show, and I'll see you then back in a few minutes here at FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
You in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back here to La Vista City Park. North Platte High School, unfortunately, falling in this one 10-6. 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base pads for the side of Papillion La Vista South. 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 left stranded for North Platte High School. Man, they looked good early on. Got those 5 runs in the top of the second inning, but ever since Kaylee Fuller then came on to bat for the side of the Titans, or excuse me, to pitch for the Titans. She shut them down, the Bulldogs did, and with that, they got a run in the top of the 6th, but unfortunately couldn't get anything going. I believe, if I saw correctly, they'll be taking on Omaha Buena Vista, so I have to correct myself, as I believe Buena Vista will be the team North Platte High School will be taking on in this second game, as it's going to be Omaha South taking on Papillion in the upper bracket matchup. So I'm going to step aside and I'm going to run on down and get set back up again. Hopefully I'll be there in time to get the video set up. If not, we'll have to go radio only, but I'll update you when I get there. So Bulldogs lose here in this game number 1 to Papillion La Vista South in the 8-3 district tournament. 10-6. I'll see you all in a couple of minutes here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming sponsored by Allen Communications, NorthPlattePost.com.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Due to COVID, Larry's RV went 16 months with few new RVs to sell. Then, fall of 2022, their manufacturers loaded them up all at once with all 2022 models. And they